Alright, this piece is about to go out for delivery, but I thought we'd do a quick project rundown before it heads out. So I haven't hooked the sink down yet because the customer had mentioned maybe hanging a dish towel off of the handle here, and I'm not sure if we're going to end up centering it or turning it. So this is loose right now. Eventually it'll get a couple of dabs of clear silicone and get glued down. The plumbing is hooked up. We've got the faucet here that's all sweated together, and it's screwed down to the backsplash, which is the wine barrel top. This barrel is actually upside down right now. We did cut this and get it fitting here really nice. We kept the maker's mark exposed. We have a door here on the side, hinged door, which is going to allow access to the underside. They talked about eventually putting an on-demand, electric on-demand underneath here. Then you can see we've got our 1/2-inch stubs coming off the faucet. This is a strip of 4-inch steel with this backsplash screwed on. It's very secure. And then also it attaches the barrel band around the front. These are bent over and screwed onto the back so that you won't see any fasteners. We've got the P-trap underneath, and then it screws to this brace, and this brace down here drains through the bottom. It actually worked out really perfect. This barrel is going to sit about 6 inches over top of a drain grate, and then when they're not using this, like maybe during the winter time when they're not having parties and stuff, it can easily just be unscrewed from the water supply and brought inside for storage during the off season. As you can see, we've got 1/2-inch stubs here. They wanted to accommodate a tankless in the future, so that's why we have 2 supply lines coming up, so that eventually one can get unscrewed and hooked into a tankless. I left enough room here to put a small on-demand. And then I left this 1/2-inch copper stub open. I'm not sure if they're going to put a hose connection or 1/2-inch national pipe on that. I left it open so they'd have options. You can see the hinges here screwed on. We shimmed out the tops so that these are in a straight line up and down. If you just screw them right to the barrel, they don't line up correctly. And we've got a small inconspicuous, oh, I gotta put a screw in there. Small inconspicuous splits on the banding. Gate latch. It hides really nicely when you're walking up to it. You don't really even notice the door. And then the bottom barrel band, I held that about 1/8 of an inch below the wood. That way that wood wasn't wicking up moisture from the concrete. We put all the original fasteners back in to hold the bands. Overall, a great piece.